All right. So basically, in regards to the Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance, um, it is. Let me put it this way. Yeah. You see, when it comes to Michael Jordan, everyone, sees him as one of the greats or one of the greatest of all time when it comes to basketball. Now, I was first introduced to basketball because of Michael Jordan. Yeah. Um, I don't know whether I knew about basketball prior to Space Jam. I think I did a little bit. I'm not too sure. I was very very young, so yeah. And I lived in England, so the main sport in England is football, and I was more focused on football. Get me, and my team was Chelsea Football Club. So around that same era that I did find out about Michael Jordan, I knew of other great players such as Gianfranco Zola, or Gianfranco Zola, if I'm getting it correct. Dennis Wise, um, who else is there? Ed Dohoy, flipping Palestine Baba Yaru. Fucking hell, bro. Alright, listen. Anyway, so let's not make this about them, but let's make this about The Last Dance. One thing I like about a documentary is showing you that Michael Jordan is not an individual player. He is a team player. So with him, he had he had Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, um, Steph Kerr. Um, who else was there? There's quite a number of people. Even Phil Jackson, because he was the coach, and even in one interview he says he will not play again if he something to do with he will not play again if Phil Jackson's not in charge. So that just shows you the level of confidence he has in someone coaching him, but also if you look at it as a whole, it's more than just him. Now he may have taken basketball to a next level, yeah, in terms of the branding of the NBA, but other than that, in terms of being a great, one thing I realized while watching that documentary and after watching it, I realized he's he said something, right? He said about winning and all that stuff there, he has this desire. I can't remember the full quote. He had this quote. I think it's in the second part of the documentary. And it's interesting when you look at it from that perspective of his mindset of wanting to win. And he doesn't mind, if he's got to do it by himself, then he will. And most time, if we look at it, it wasn't really about him doing on his ones, but it may have seemed that way. But everyone played a role, even when when Scottie Pippen was going through his situation, they were losing a few games, and obviously that inspired him and motivated him to make sure to get the group together, get the team together to make sure that they actually do their best, do their thing, and that same year or that same season they won the championship. I believe, I'm pretty sure I'm correct. So that just goes to show you that he was a driving force in terms of motivating his team as well to say we've got to keep our heads together and get me, you got to be your best at all times. And it's mad interesting. I don't know how to explain it. It's you have to watch it. If you want to be successful in anything, it doesn't have to be sports. Watch this documentary, because everything I'm gonna say or everything I want to say, I can't say. If that makes sense, you have to see it for yourself. You got to hear it for yourself, and you got to feel it for yourself. But the one takeaway from the actual documentary is the fact of it's not about him. It's about the team around him. Do you get it? I'm gonna say it again. It's not about him. It's about the team around him. And he says that Scottie Pippen is one of his greatest teammates that he ever had, or something like that. And that's the point. It's for example, if you look at business, in fact, yeah, if you look at business, right? or every other successful person in business, the majority of the time, there always is a number two. Yeah? Not to say that I put them on equal footing because it is what it is, but technically there's always a number two, right? So, and that's, or there's always an assist, or I'm fluffing my words here because I want to get to the point. Yeah, so basically, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, right? That's just on sports, whatever. All right. Now, if I'm looking at flipping the entertainment industry, like music and stuff like that, if you look at Cash Money records, guess what? You have Birdman and Slim, like him and his brother. Birdman and his brother, like, do you see what I mean? They what's the word? They are like, it's like Slim is his brother's strength. So where there's a weakness, how do I explain it? It's weird. It's a weird one because they could all. I guess you get the point I'm trying to make, yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's about them being on top half. It's mad. I can't even explain it. I can't explain it. I'm not really good at explaining shit, to be honest. But look at Krypton and Conan. It's like, do you see what I mean? Like, they're both just as good. But it's like, if... Who else is there? There's, oh yeah, back to the... And also, yeah, they're business partners as well. Oh yeah, back to business as well. Let me think of one more. Rockefeller or well, let's say Rockefeller Records. So in my day, from what I remember, it was, although there was two, even though Jay-Z was a business partner, don't get it twisted, you had Damon Dash and Kareem Biggs Burke. You see what I mean? So, and even that's the trio there as well, because they normally do this trio thing, innit? Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, and Dame Dash. So now I'm trying to figure out. Alright, look. Jay-Z regularly says he's Michael Jordan of rap or whatever. Alright, cool. So we call him Michael Jordan because he's getting those hits out the way, making them, you know what I'm saying? So you guess you could say Dennis Rodman is, Dame Dash is Dennis Rodman. And I guess you could say who's Scottie Pippen? Yeah, then Kareem Big Burks is Scottie Pippen. Actually, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Leave your answer in the comment section below. What would you say? Already we know Jay-Z is the Michael Jordan of rap. He said it in his bars so many times, so that's undeniable. So, what would you say? Who is Dame Dash? Is he Scottie Pippen or is he Dennis Rodman? Or is Kareem Biggs Burke Scottie Pippen or Dennis Rodman? Leave your answer in the comment section below. Because for me, I would say Scottie Pippen. So Scottie Pippen is, like I said, he is Kareem Biggs Burke, and Dennis Rodman is Dame Dash. To me, it just makes sense on their personalities alone. You get it? From what I'm seeing and what I'm understanding. Now I'm getting it. I'm getting it as I'm recording this. It's kind of mad still. But listen, it's one of those documentaries you want to watch again and again and again. So you're going to get new information and you're going to understand things from a different perspective. And yeah, like even right down to Michael Jordan getting that shoe deal, like big up his mum. Like, you know when they say mums knows best? That is a case right there where mums knows best. She literally told him that he's going. You are going to that meeting. I don't want to hear none of it. You are going to that meeting. And I'm glad he actually went and never, went against his mum's wishes. So big up his mum. Like, if it wasn't for his mum, where would the Air Jordans be? You get it? Where would that brand be? You got to deep it real quick. So so that's another thing that made me realize you gotta sometimes listen to your parents and stuff like that, because they be telling you some shit that you need to actually hear, and whether you take the advice or not is up to you, but you gotta know some advice to take and some not to take. But I'm glad Michael Jordan took that advice from his mom to actually go to that meeting, just to at least hear them out. And he heard them out. The rest is history, as they say. What else is there? But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's a great documentary. It's a 10-part series. I forgot to mention that, as I'm reaching a 10-minute mark. So I guess you can actually say that, by default, I'm sure that it was a longer thing, but a longer video. But yeah, I've got a lot more videos to record, so I'm gonna end this one here. But listen now. Someone said listen, I say listen. But yeah, what was I saying to you? Alright, so basically, to cut a long story short, if you want to be great like Michael Jordan, or because even Evan Carmichael, he's like, if you want to have Michael Jordan level talent, I'm like, huh? Like, I get it, and I'm like, what does that even mean? After watching that documentary, oh, I know what it means now, and I can also assist you in that. Yeah, let me be the Scottie Pippen. Click the link in the description box below where it says become a member of the Thealkebulantrust. When you do that, you get access to online courses such as career and business. That's where you're going to learn every piece of information you need to know when it comes to knowing what your purpose is, right? Because when you know what your purpose is, you know what your talent is, and you know what your skills are, the same way Michael Jordan did, yeah, and he just had the desire to get better and better and better. That's exactly what you're going to do, because it's your passion. Like, by default, you're going to do that. I even forgot to mention, listen, you watch the documentary, and I'm not going to say too much, but there was a situation that they put into Space Jam, which I didn't even realize that till watching the documentary. I'm like, now that's interesting. Now I've got to watch Space Jam again. But yeah. What was I saying to you? So another thing is, whether you're a man or a woman, you gotta be your true nature as a man or a woman. So in the course of doing roles and relationships, you develop as a pure feminine woman if you're a woman watching this, and as a man, you develop yourself as a thoroughbred alpha male, which is interesting because in the documentary, right? I thought, what part was it? I can't remember what part it was, but they mentioned something like Michael Jordan was basically the alpha male of the sport. Like, he was the alpha male of basketball or something like that. I do remember hearing the word alpha. I was like, yeah, I can see why they would say that. I can completely see why. And even one of his teammates was saying, like, it's like he has no emotions or whatever. But when he wrote, they had like a I don't want to give too much away, but it's like, you've probably seen it by now anyway. But this is my review, and if you haven't seen it, go watch that. There's one more thing as well. Yeah, and also your mental health. And the course to do with healthcare, it's about developing your mental health and strengthening it. Because there was a point where Michael Jordan couldn't play because he was injured. And there's a point where he was ill, and he was having like a poor game at the start, and then after a while, like, he just went ham despite being ill. Do you know what that's mental strength? That is mental strength. Yeah, mental toughness, they call it. Then there's also what else? There was another time with a situation with his dad. It's like, and he's very close to his dad. It's like, when you deep it, these certain things can take a toll on a person and make them have a different effect on their game or whatever they're usually good at. It's interesting how life works, but with that mental toughness, you'll be able to do exactly what you do. And it's funny because, not even funny, but it's not a coincidence that he played on Father's Day, and in fact, go watch the documentary. Let me not give too much away. Let me not do too much away. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. What else? Man, that documentary is fucking inspirational. It's fucking inspirational. They need to do one on um in fact, I'm not a Manchester United fan, but they definitely need to do one on Manchester United in the 90s. Mainly because that was a successful team in the 90s. There's no fucking denying it. There's literally no denying it. And they've definitely got to do one with Chelsea as well, with when that with Didier Drogba, Lampard, um, Petr Cech, like all these guys, like Ashley Cole, Joe Cole, man, like it's good. It's, when it comes to sports, it's good to see, these type of documentary because it some may just say, oh, it's just sports, it's just entertainment, but it really does reflect on life and whatever career you're in. It really does because it's like the mentality you have to the drive to want to win, and if things are not going too well, it's like how did they pull together? What did they do? Do you see what I mean? Like how did they really react? And even there was one time. In fact, I don't want to talk too much. Let me just end this real quick. But yeah, so the link to all those courses is in the in the description box below. So which is become a member of the Thealkebulantrust. So go do that. Subscribe right now. Become a member right now. And if you've got any questions, any topics you'd like for us to discuss, leave that in the comment section below. And remember, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification because you never know, the video you suggest might just be next.